Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? As I've done before, I am going to stream my live check-ins this morning. Um, I am absolutely loving how my text games are going. They've been so much fun. So we're gonna keep going with that, and we'll see how everybody likes it. If you don't know who I am, I'm this abstract thought. I am on every social media platform as this abstract thought, minus Twitter, which I think I'm going to take care of that today. I'm gonna join Twitter today. So I have made my own TTRPG. It's called a percent chance of failure. It is completely based off of rolling D100s and your percent chance of failure, having to roll above your percent chance of failure. Good morning, Ro. Always happy to see you. It's gonna be fun. Your game is getting to a great place again, and I loved your response this morning. Oh my God, it was so good. Ruse is probably my favorite character in all of the text games right now. As much as I love Leora, the original character, Ruse is just so much fun. So much fun. Uh, so yeah, we are, gonna be all about it this morning. And let's see how we got going. Oh, Lara's gonna. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna advertise for that later today on my social medias about us streaming that tomorrow. I'm super excited. All right, so let's get right into it. Behind the scenes, Deeker is playing Uri, who is a Fey descendant human being in modern times in a like a Gotham City, New York style, super large metropolitan city. And she just recently found out that there's this magical world behind the scenes, hence the name of the story. And she is in a 2012 Dodge Challenger, gunmetal gray, with this cute goth girl who is driving like a bat out of hell. Also in the car with her is Shade, I'm sorry, who is a changeling, who specializes in changing into different people, and Vates, who is a dark-skinned, kind of a prophet. He's able to get into people's minds and see into the future. Vates is in a ton of my games, different iterations in all of them, but he is always blind, and he is always a seer of some kind. Um, let's see if I can find what I said Darcy looks like. Yeah, this is Darcy. If anybody's interested in what Darcy looks like. Um, oh, yeah, no problem, Ro. Thank you for coming and viewing. Um, I know everybody's got real life too. I know. As crazy as it is. Um, okay, so, behind the scenes. So Deeker says, I hold on for dear life, simultaneously exhilarated and terrified. It reminds me of a family trip to Six Flags a lifetime ago. I wasn't tall enough for all of the roller coasters, but I screamed and laughed like crazy on the ones I was able to ride. I start to wonder if Darcy likes roller coasters, as Darcy drives this Dodge Charger like she's being chased by the cops. Um, so, after a lot of close calls and a lot of holding on for dear life, you do eventually arrive at a building. the name Joe's spray painted on the outside. Apparently spray painted is not one word. The building, again, looks like a warehouse. No windows. A large, mostly empty parking lot beside it. Darcy pulls the Challenger into the lot, drifting in a tight circle. And parking mostly in a single space. Shade and Vates. Fun little tidbit. Vates actually means, yeah, Darcy is an icon. Vates actually means blind in Latin. I often do Latin as the language for most of my characters' names, and for almost every invocation, it'll be in Latin. Um, it's just a fun little thing to me. So if you're ever in some of my games and you don't know why I chose a specific name or phrase or whatever, uh, go from Latin to English translator, and you might come up with some fun surprises. I do that a lot. I thoroughly enjoy. Yes, bro. I'm aware that you know of my Latin fixation. Shade of Vates jump out of the back seat the moment the car stops. Shade proclaiming. Saints above. I always forget what it's like being in a car with you. When I'm there, it's too late to do anything about it. Okay, make sure that I'm replying, and kabam. Alright, a face secret. Um, Anybody watching, I am doing a series on TikTok where I am doing a synapse of a face secret, and I think it's really good. I've really enjoyed it. Ro, of course, is really liking it, reminding how the story started. Um, yes, you are my dark apprentice, learning my evil ways. Uh, oh, hey, thank you for the follow. Um, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm getting close to 50. Um, I think that puts me at 40 now. So, thank you so much for the follow. All right, so a face secret currently. Ruse the Changeling, who is imitating the main character Leora, but they are both played by Romeo and Ghost. Definitely one of my favorite players. So fun. And she is going to be. Oh, hey, Harvey. Hey, thanks for joining, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the follow. Um, but yeah, Ro is playing both Leora, the main character of the story, as well as Ruse, who's now a main character as well at this point, right? And Ruse is a changeling imitating Leora in the material plane as Leora has been kidnapped by the Fae Mordris, who's Fae and other things, much like, oh hey Allfather, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining. Yeah, yeah, bro, tearing her own PC's life apart. I really wish, I don't know why the chat box isn't showing up on the stream itself. Um, it's super frustrating. Does it have to be, do I need to like move it so it's above? Does that work? I don't know why the chat box doesn't show up. It's annoying. Uh, ha. Hey Trippy, nice to see you too. Uh, thank you all for coming in with me. Um, Actually, let's see. You guys that are here, I will check into your games next. I want to get to Rose quick, because she's got to go. Um, so, but yeah, Ruse and Leora's childhood friend Matthias and current boyfriend are going to Leora's former family estate. Now, I say former because her dad has become a total dick and is part of the kidnapping plot to take Leora um, to the Feywild. And her mom possibly died. Possibly. I'm just saying. Um, so, let's see. Um, a chill runs through Ruse's spine, seeing the damage the Leon Sid caused. I gotta bring the Leon Sid back in this game at some point. Oh, I love that character. Alright, they had run into her a few times back into the Feywild, and it was a bone-chilling experience. They begin into the estate, wanting to gather Leora's things and get this over with. They glance over at Matthias, who's clearly having a hard time with how Leora is acting. Makes them feel better to know he's bothered. They decided to make one more jab at him before walking away to find her things. You have also had this unattainable idea of who you think Leora should be. All of you demanded so much of me. You want me to be a celestial. Dad wants me to lean into my fairy side. Mom never stopped with the magic practice. You really haven't seen the ways you hurt me, too. I'm not the perfect girl you have an image of in your mind, but how would I expect an Empyrean to understand that? They walk away. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. She used Empyrean. Let's see. Does Matthias notice? Oh no. Matthias is so heartbroken and hurt that he doesn't even notice that she uses the phrase Mytherian. Empyrean. I don't know what I just said there. But, yeah, so let's see. They're walking into the estate. Um, I think Matthias shows the hurt and heartbreak he feels from your harsh words clearly on his smooth, baby-cheeked face. Matthias looks like he's very young looking, being both a celestial and he is a cherub. He's kind of an angel in training. Dweeb, you're not very nice to your fictional boyfriend, Ro. Jeez. Um, he backs off. letting you stride into the state grounds. You see workers attempting to repair the damage caused by the Lianan Seed. For anybody that doesn't know, Lianan Sid is both a Gaelic Irish folklore. It was always a woman that was trying to lead men astray, um, which is funny given the context. And then is also a character in the Dresden Files, which I'm not saying I'm a fan, but my son's name is Dresden, if that tells you anything. So here we go. Here we go. And it helps if I spell Leora's name right. Why am I suddenly not able to spell Leora? There we go. And Leora's mother. Take no notice of you or Matthias yet. You know what? I think that's all the further I'm going to say for right now because I kind of want to know how Ro is going to respond to that. So we'll let her get her interview done and she can come back. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fan. Yeah. No, not at all. I only named my son after the main character. Now, part of that was also my girlfriend. She loved the sound of the name, and she didn't know about Dresden being a city that was firebombed in World War II, and it was a terrible tragedy. And there's also a Dresden, Ohio, which isn't far from where I live. So it's kind of a weird coincidence. Um, Okay, so who all sounded off in the chat here? Harvey, you're here, right? Yeah. So Harvey, let's check in on your game next. What's left of the West? So what's left of the West has been a lot of fun. Um, the main character Pax is a mutated human in kind of a post-apocalyptic weird West with a large fantasy element. And they found this ring. And Harvey, you gave me such a great start to your story when you were just like, "Oh, this is the random stuff that I found the day before," and one of them was a ring with an inscription that I couldn't read. And as soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh, all right, this is." This is what his game's going to be based on now. Because you are the one that came up with that story element, sir. You, in fact, were like, "Here, Grand Poobah, have this." And I just took it and ran with it. Oh, it's been so much fun. Um, but yeah, Pax is just running around this town trying to get information on this ring. He found out about this hedge wizard that's been asking people for any um, magical devices or heirlooms or whatever you want to call it that were found on the battle sites that aren't far from the town of Raskin where the story takes place. And so the general store owner was like, "Hey, go ask this hedge wizard." And then the hedge wizard, as soon as he saw the ring, was like, "Kapah!" and tried to do magic and get away, but Pax just grabs him with his iron strength and held him there. And then he admitted that the reason he was so interested in this is because he's pretty sure it's necrotic. It might actually be something from the Mad Mage himself. The Mad Mage being a big part of what caused the apocalypse that they are living afterwards. and the Mad Mage was a necromancer who raised this massive undead army, but was taken out by a group of adventurers. Yeah, running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, right now he's going back um, to the Pesky Rabbit Inn, which I love. I love that. I'm gonna use Pesky Rabbit as the name for an inn in more games. That's a nod to Looney Tunes for anyone that doesn't catch it, because Looney Tunes was a huge part of my young life. Okay, so the scene he's in currently, Vates, who, as I said earlier, is in all of my games almost. He's a blind seer. In this, he's a half demon. So he's got this like jet black skin, all white eyes, and these curled black ram's horns. But he's wearing a white robe with the stylized symbol of Pelor on it. Uh, and he's very much in this game based off of Quentin Tarantino from Little Nicky. The Southern Baptist style preacher who just yells at everybody as they go by. Um, and So here we go with this scene. So he is chasing after another group that is constantly in my games, Mordris and Morden. And well, and actually, Pax. I don't think Pax knows that the man in the carriage is Morden. So there you go, Pax. You get you get a little bit of behind the scenes that you wouldn't have known otherwise. Um, but yeah, so he hears Vates. The light shall burn those who seek the shadow. You must embrace the light. Take the light into your life and cast away the darkness with which you dance. And then Morden's, driver, get this thing moving. Run over the zealot if you must. And poor Cornaith, who's in a lot of my games. Cornaith is actually a youth from a game I ran a long time ago who became a warlock, and he died in the original game, and it was a very, very sad moment for the group. But I love bringing him back as the like innocent youth that's in over his head. So he's driving the carriage for them. Uh, Pax does Vates know who these people are? He might be in over his head, Pax thinks to himself. And then he yells out, "Hey, Vates, what was that all about? Who are those people?" Pax shouts while walking towards Vates. "Aren't they guests of the town?" Pax says in a lower tone as he gets closer to Vates. Alright, so Vates is gonna lose it. You. Again, you come defending those clearly influenced by the shadow. You too must seek the light. Carry with you a seed of evil. The darkness is spreading. Fates makes the symbol of the evil eye. So the symbol of the evil eye is this. Points it at you. This town is the center of a great maelstrom of shadow. You are the crux. You are the seed with which the shadow grows. Embrace the light. So there you go, Harvey. you have pushed this zealot. Yeah, Morden. Morden totally exists in my gaming world. Allfather. Morden is my original character that I created a long, long time ago for a Dungeons and Dragons game. Hey, Rubinsky, and actually, here, let me. I don't know if everybody's seen this, so let me share this quick. Does it show? If I pull up the other, no, it doesn't. All right, so I gotta turn on screen capture. Okay, so now it's showing it, right? Nope. I gotta put screen capture. There we go. Okay. So, you guys will get to see. It's actually logged into my daughter's. So let me see here. Oh, it's gonna take me a second to find it. But yeah, Morden is an original character of mine from so long ago. And his original storyline was that his grandfather made a pact with a demon that would give his family power, and it was passed down through the family line. And that's part of the reason why I'm so obsessed with warlocks, is because Morden was my absolute favorite character. So here's some um, Morden. You know what? That might have. Does this have the link to the rest of his?
How do you
No.
guys expect to beat me?
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
answer. Come on.
Okay, let me see. I want to show you guys the one video, and it's got to be right around here somewhere. There's when I won Papa Likens. Man, I have so many videos. Um, there's one of the videos about him. Did I miss it? I had to have missed it. I went too far. All right, I'm gonna find it because I'm gonna make you guys watch it now. It's gotta be right around here. Here's where I won Papa Likens contest. There's where I hit 1,000 followers. Come on, I know it's right around here somewhere. Alright, well, here's one of them. Hold my hand. He was raised by a foster family for a short time, but ran away and lived in the slums of a large city, doing what he needed to do to survive. All right, so I can't find
He is lawful evil.
the video I wanted to show you guys. Let me try one more time. It's got to be right around here somewhere because it's Morden fighting against his patron. So that's Morden's whole deal. His whole time is he was trying to hunt down his patron and kill him. And I never got to finish the story. The D&D campaign I was in stopped before. All right, I can't find it. I can't find it. Anyway, we'll get back to my games. Yeah, Pax, please lose it on Vates. I'm fine with that. Do it. Let's see what happens. Mordris and Morden are right near there, so. Okay, who else is in here? Allfather, you're in the chat, right? Let's get to your game. Um, Heroes aren't born. In Allfather's game, he wanted to play a superhero who the idea is the superhero, upon seeing something done, understands how to do it. Now, the great example that he used while we were making the character is if he watched an gold medal Olympic diver dive, he would be able to perfectly imitate their dive. But if he didn't also watch them swim back out of the water, he would just drown when he hits the ground because when he hits the water because he wouldn't know how to swim. So um, the idea behind this character is that they have watched tons and tons of boxing matches and wrestling and kung fu and all of these different fighting styles and become a master at hand-to-hand combat. Also watched a ton of parkour and gymnastics and that kind of stuff. So it's just amazing movement and fast and graceful. But had a very bad time of it recently. Um, where oh man, I need to turn the screen capture back off. There we go. So that way it's not as crazy. Oh wait, not the video capture device, the screen capture. There we go. Oh hey Ro, you're back. Um, yeah. So the burgeoning superheroes latest adventure did not go very well. There was a bank robbery in progress, and he climbed up across the ceiling, dropped down in the middle of all these bank robbers who, guns out, ready to do things, and he got shot 4 different times, and luckily his plot armor allowed him to live. So now he is recovering from his wounds. Um, the SWAT team showed up and took care of the robbery, and now he is back at his sort of patron, um, who is an engineer, a very altruistic man, um, who is helping like arm him and build him tech. So yeah, he actually, Marcus, the name of his character, Marcus says, next time don't just jump into a room without doing recon, and definitely take the guy with the AR out first. All right, so he is on the way to the lab where his friend George is probably working on some new tech for him. Um, you head to the lab, finding George there, watching the security camera footage of your most recent escapades. Uh, As you walk in, George turns and sees you and frowns. I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't stay in bed. He sighs loudly. Well, might as well come see. I haven't added the yakety sax to the background yet. Alright, so now I gotta find yakety sax and link it in there so that everybody knows. Oh man. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh well. Oh man. Alright, I'm sharing that into the chat. Oh god. Okay, so alright. You watch as you push the first man down and then take your swing the second and third, missing the second man, dropping the third with your stun baton slash eskrima stick. So George says, here's where you made your first mistake. I would have grabbed one of the men and used them as a shield. Of course, as you said, we do need to work on some sort of multi-target incapacitation device. Bam, there we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna paste the yakety sax in there for you. I too want to rob a bank. Step aside, I will do surgery upon the street corner. Okay, so who else is in here? We got 5 people, so it's Roe, Allfather, Harvey, Rubinsky. Who's the 5th? Oh, Roe, Harvey, Allfather, Rubinsky. Allfather, Rubinsky. Who's the 5th person? Oh, Tribby. Okay, so we'll go to nearly everyone's favorite, La Couch's Lament, because it's hilarious. Um, Rubinsky, of course, came to me with the craziest idea of all time for his story. Hello, it's the me. Yeah, so La Couche. It's such a funny idea for a story, and I have no idea where to take it, to be entirely honest with you all. But so currently, La Couch, eater of peoples and things, is in a youth named Kyle's garage, um, and he knocked himself over before Kyle entered, stole a bunch of Kyle's tools, and now that Kyle is back, Kyle was a little weirded out that the couch had fallen over. Um, so a smile creeps along the couch underneath the cushions that they think, is that couch smiling? I must get to see the sights of New York, Couch thinks, sending a new thought of no reason to get a school bus, just screw me into the back of the pickup truck, put it next to a mini fridge and an American flag, then take it to upstate New York and do some off-roading. I'm going to fix my leg and then gaslight him into thinking he fixed it. But again, I'm going to fall face first on the floor as soon as he turns around. All right, I need some rolls, Rubinsky. Um, so let's look at your character sheet here because it's hilarious. All right, so you can shape change. So I think that would just allow you to fix your leg, right? You don't need a roll for that. Um, you have self propulsion, so you can move on your own. Lost under the cushions. You can eat entities, so you can eat Kyle right now if you decide to. All right, but what we're looking at is executive dysfunction. You can create intrusive thoughts and feelings in entities you can see. This can be as simple as you should rest here to as complicated as you should move this couch to blank, insert creative location here. So I think that's going to be a charm roll. And you've already started working on him. You've already had a successful charm roll about attaching him to a vehicle and attaching yourself to a vehicle and taking you somewhere. So give me a charm roll. You need a 25 or higher to succeed. The higher the roll, the better. And we'll see how Rubinsky um, rolls here. And let me decide. Oh, there's a new mention. Text game general chat. Oh, Ari's back. Ari's back, everybody. Man, I was hoping it was the O team. Because I rolled a 99. And I'm so waiting on being able to blast Cat Vader. Imagine the chaos at an IKEA. Yeah. Eat him, consume. Oh, you get delicious meatballs, but you get delicious people also. You're... Oh man, yeah. I can't wait for Josh to respond to the O team. I'm super excited about that. All right. So anyway, I need to get back to La Couch's Lament. What did he roll? A 72. Yeah, that's pretty high. It's 3/4. So I was really hoping you would crit on that, and he'd just be like, "I must go to upstate New York." Um, but yeah, that's enough that you're gonna succeed, and it's gonna be very close to your intention, um, because of how high you rolled. So, oh man, I just realized I need to manage somebody so they're not a player anymore. Sorry, my dude, but you're not playing currently. All right, so let's see here. What what is this gonna do for them? Um, reply. Kyle looks thoughtful for a moment as he realizes your leg is fixed. Did I already do that? He says aloud. His face goes slack as your executive dysfunction takes hold in his mind. Starts looking you over. You know, I bet you could fit the back of that truck pretty well. And John. Oh, what was the girl's name? Tanya? I know I said her name. The verse is the young woman. Okay. I can't find her name, so her name's Tanya now. Couch's Time in New York. It does have a good movie title sound to it. And John, Tanya, and me talking about going mudding up north. I wonder where I could find a mini fridge. Kyle pulls out his phone, looks through it for a moment, and then you hear him say, John, what do you think about going upstate mudding this weekend? Great chance for you and Tanya to get to know. Uh, be a good chance for you and Tanya to get to know each other better. Uh huh. Come on, John. Live a little. There you go. There's that thrill seeker I know and love. Come on over and let's attach this couch back of the truck. Yeah, it'll fit. You know anyone with a mini fridge? Oh, goodness. Why isn't it showing like tags? Oh, is it because it's in streamer mode? That makes sense. Oh man. Oh, Ruse, you are so evil. Ro, you're so evil. The mix of absurd and horror is perfect. Yeah, I mean they made Cocaine Bear, right? Like eats people and gaslights the owner of the couch that it didn't. Yeah, guys, the one shot we have coming up is gonna be super awesome. Kara, Rubinsky, me, and Ro. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm playing an anthropomorphic fox. That's like a warlock esque, like a roguey, sneaky warlock. It's gonna be so much fun. Little Shop of Horrors Part 2. Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favorite musicals and movies. I've actually done a Warlock Patron video on making Audrey 2 into a Warlock Patron. And then in Josh's game that I was playing in when I was playing Morden, he had an Audrey that he kept with him and fed his victims. It was so great. It was so great. The song "Supper Time" is so good. Oh, that was the first musical you were in, Ro. What did you play? What character did you play? That's awesome. We did a production of Little Shop of Horrors when I was in high school, but I was just stage crew. All right, bye, Ro. Good luck. Have fun. Break a leg. All right, everybody. I am going to take a quick break and go be lame and have a smoke. But I will be back in just a few minutes here. So don't go away. I will be back. Hey, if anybody's listening right now, does it still carry my? Can you guys still hear me? Because um, it's supposed to stop when I go to this screen, but it hasn't been. So if anybody hears this, type something in there and let me know. Yeah, you can still hear me. Okay. Um, Lame. It's supposed to stop when I go to this screen and it doesn't for some reason. Okay, I'll have to figure out how to fix that. I don't know anything about streaming. Okay, yeah, I'll have to figure out how to fix this. I'll mute myself. All right, I'm back. Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Um, Needing to go silent is a thing sometimes. Um, okay. The only person who was here who I haven't checked in on yet is Trippy. So let me check his game. Oh, I gotta mention. Is it? Oh, wait. I probably shouldn't show the admin chat. On stream. That's probably not a good idea. It is a private channel for a reason. All right. Kyra. Okay, nope. I'm gonna check trips. Um, I hope I'm not still silent. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, it's showing that I got sound on my stream. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, Trip, um, the hope of the UFB. Yeah, UFP. Um, Trip, some lore that you might not know. I think I mentioned it in the chat, but the UFP is the United Federation of Planets. And the ambition is kind of a play on, um, like the Endeavor and the Enterprise from Star Trek. Kind of a joke on that. So I love where your story's gone so far. Um, your speech as you were walking through the room filled of fanatics was so great. Um, and I really struggled with how he was going to respond to that because you embarrassed Vates, the Chosen, right? You totally embarrassed him, and but he didn't want word getting out of like a mob of his followers attacking someone, right? So he couldn't allow it to go into violence, even though he really wanted to. Um, so let's let's check in with what you got going on. So yeah, on your way out, you gave some um, more jabs at the Chosen and his followers. Bert and his mysterious buddy sounded pretty worried about our dear old friend Carl. Carl! If anybody knows, I always try to make joke characters Carl because of llamas with hats. Um, so any random person that's gonna get hurt really bad or do some crazy stuff is always Carl. Um, yeah. Oh, that's another thing too, right? Is from The Walking Dead. But I pull it from llamas with hats. It's like Carl, that kills people. Oh well, I did not know that. All right, so you turn around and make his way through the door. You walk through the door. Hear murmuring behind you before the door shuts, cutting it off. How do you spell murmuring? There we go. Oh, thank God for spell check. Or you guys would think I was like a 6-year-old typing on here sometimes. Um, you are still in the engine area access hallways. very close to your destination. You walk on. You hear the various machinery. You hear the various machinery around you hissing, whistling, vibrating, thrumming. You make it to another intersection. Come out into the main areas once again. Okay. I have to remind myself where it was you were going exactly. Um, do 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 do. Package number 8675309. Did anybody Trippy did of course you knew you're the note taker, aren't you, Trippy? Totally the note taker in your group. Um Yeah, 671 engine intake junction 19B. Thank you so much. So, did you recognize the 8675309? Because I think it's hilarious. It's Tommy Two Tones. Don't you lose that number? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Harvey. Oh, I put in these jokes all the time for myself, right? I love having certain jokes in games. One of them that I did in one of my text games, and unfortunately the guy didn't continue, but he only did his 2 week free trial. But there was a demon in his game named Tu Madre, and Tu Madre roughly translates to your mother. And the way the demon talked, he was always like, "It's not very nice to mess with Tu Madre." So every time he's like, Tu Madre thinks you're such a naughty boy. Oh man, I had so much fun with that one. Oh god, I wish he continued his game. It was great. Um, so yeah, on your way to 671 Engine Intake Junction B. Oh, I got another mention. Oh, it's what's left of the West. Okay, I already looked at that one, Harvey. Give me a second here. Uh, you know there are two more turns. You will be into the air filtration area that recycles the engine air. The engine air flow. Then you finally arrive at Control V. Alright. Jump to present. There we go. A pretty sick muscle man voice, huh? Yeah, Trippy, we need to get you into. Did you sign up for one of the group games? I already can't remember. Um, But yeah, we need to get you into one of the group games. So you ever listen to the Penumbra podcast? So there's a lizard man who ends up in a love detective turned criminal Juno Steel. Uh, I'm gonna have to check it out now, Laura. Yep, Harvey's in the. I need to make another announcement today about the group games, and make sure everybody is aware that prices will be going up for one-on-ones. There's two of the Wolfsons. Did one of them drop out? Sorry, guys, one sec. Let me check the welcome here because I am part of the welcoming committee. It looks like both of them dropped. Oh, wait, no. The Wolfson Zero's there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. New, introduce yourself. I'm new to hold you one shots. Cool. I always love seeing new people join. It's crazy now how many people are in the server compared to when I joined. Let's see, what number did it say they were? 463. 463 in the Discord now. Uh-oh, Ro, when you get back, you're going to have to tell me what your favorite podcast is. Oh yeah, man. I had a really sad morning this morning, everybody. I don't know what was up with me, but it was very sad. Okay. Um all right, so I think that's everybody. Oh, that's a great. Yeah, watching this server blow up has just been crazy. Um, I joined about a year ago, when Josh, the DM Supreme, the runner of the server, first followed me on TikTok, and he sent me a thing to join. But it took me a while to become an active member. But then once I did, it's been so much fun. I was saying before that um, if I hadn't become a DM on the server, I would be feeding Josh so much money, um, to play his games because his games are so amazing. All right, I'm putting his game away. He keeps not answering me. There was one other game I needed to put away. Oh yeah, a Union Falls. He also stopped answering me. Which I don't understand when people just straight ghost you. Like, I can understand maybe, not wanting to continue after the 2 week trial. I totally get that. But when people just straight ghost you without saying anything, that's kind of messed up. It's pretty rude. And I get it. Those things are going to happen, and I can kind of understand what they're seeing, right? They don't want to make waves about it. They just want to go, and I can understand that. But it really drives me nuts when people, just unfriend you and leave the server and then don't say anything. Like, let me know what's going on. I'll work with you. All right. So, Kyra, her game is insane. She has only rolled. Wait, let me make sure I'm not misgendering Kyra here. Um, oh yeah, streamer mode's enabled, so I can't look at their stuff. But Kyra, I'm pretty sure they go by she they, but I'm not entirely certain, and I hate the idea that I might misgender someone. Because my daughter is, my child is gender fluid, and I would hate to misgender somebody. It really bothers me. So anyway, Kyra, their story has just been completely bonkers. They have only rolled in the 2 months that they've been playing now, only rolled 3 times. Because their story has been just all role play, and they haven't tried to influence the world a whole lot. They've just been kind of along for the ride. But now they are finally getting to the heart of the story, the conflict, which is this facility that's at the core of an ocean planet, um, that it just went silent. And it was studying this ore called orichalcum, that when put onto people with psionic abilities, it greatly increases, or it has a chance to greatly increase their powers. And they found this vein of orichalcum that they were mining, and they were also testing its different abilities at this facility, and the facility went silent. They sent a crew to investigate, and the moment the crew arrived, everything went silent. So nobody has heard from anybody at this facility for over a month. The facility had been there for a year, um, and Kyra has no idea what's been going on there. Nobody does, and is trying to go figure it out. So they're finally there. You head to the bridge of the Amphitrite. So anybody that doesn't know, Amphitrite is one of Poseidon's daughters, goddess of the sea, and it's also the name of the sub, which is it's the submarine from Disney's Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Um, it's totally that sub, and then the captain is Captain Amelia from Treasure Planet. Because God, I am a Disney nerd. I love Disney so much. Um, so anybody that Trippy, you were talking about Easter eggs. I love putting stuff like that into games. I love it so much. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. Um, okay, so you head to the bridge of the Amphitrite. Captain Amelia is on the raised deck, striding back and forth, calling out directions. All seems gibberish and gobbledygook to you. Mostly because I don't want to think about what she's saying. The four pilots are all at their stations, all lending a hand. You hear a constant stream of updates from the engineers, engine rooms. You see out the viewport. Massive cave structure leading to a large cave structure leading to a massive central chamber with dozens of tunnel openings coming together. Built against the wall is the one unnatural. Built against the wall is the one unnatural structure in sight. Large metal foundation built into the wall of the cave structure. Large windows making up most of the walls of the structure. This sounds so clunky. That's the only thing that bothers me sometimes about writing this is I want to go back and revise, right? Like I'm somewhat of a perfectionist a lot of the times, and I don't like how everything's so like first drafty. Now sometimes I still get some beautiful prose in there anyway, and I don't mean to brag, but I'm a pretty fucking good writer. I think anybody in any of my games will agree on that. Um, yeah, yeah. The Kingdom Hearts games were amazing. The Sephiroth fight in the first one, oh, it took me so long to beat. I loved it so much. Yes, Rubinsky, your Chaos Couch. Um, so, but yeah, like I was saying, that is something that sometimes it really bothers me. And you guys might notice is sometimes I'll come back to your games and edit something that was, sometimes even 2 or 3 responses ago, because it bothers me. It really bothers me sometimes how like first drafty everything sounds, and I hate it. It's the one thing that kind of gets me, and that's part of the problem with sometimes why it takes me so long to answer games is because I am kind of a perfectionist, and um, I want to be able to go back and edit things and make it sound, not necessarily perfect, but just better. Um, okay, so anyway. It seems that the facility is at least a mile long. It's half a mile wide at its widest. as the Amphitrite approaches, you see large metal scoops, shovels, and mechanical arms that come from the facility and face towards the cave wall. There are lights shining through the windows. No movement that you can currently see. Oh no, Ro. Did it really not go well, or are you just feeling insecure about how it went? Because I don't see you being bad at an interview like ever. Um, I don't think you can lie to me about your interview skills. I have spoken with you multiple times, and I am sure it went better than you are saying it did. Yeah, I know how that goes. I actually love interviews. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am great at selling myself and hyping myself up. It is one of my strengths. I have never gotten to an interview and not gotten a job offer, ever. Um, like I said, I'm not bragging, but I'm bragging because I'm a jerk like that. But yeah, I am very very good at selling myself to people. They know I'm qualified, but I don't think they think I'm right for the position. Oh, I don't know. I think isn't that what you kind of said about your other nice humble brag? Yeah, I am the most humble. I am the humblest man. Everybody says all the time. He's just so humble. He's just it's amazing how humble he is. But yeah, Ro, isn't that what you also said about that the job you ended up turning down, where you were gonna be at sea for too long? Like you didn't feel that went well either. I thought you said, and then you got offered that position. So okay, so yeah, see, Harvey knows what's up. Okay, I'll stop putting Ro on the spot as much as I love to. Ah, okay. I thought you said you didn't feel that one went well either. Maybe it was one of the other various interviews you've had since then. Hey, first time chat. Uh, Spotable mammal? How? I have no idea. Spotable mammal. There we go. I can read. We are talking about my game, Percent Chance of Failure, and we are going through my check-ins um, on the Discord. But thank you for first time chat. Yep, that's a thing. I feel bad for streamers sometimes because so many people have so crazy names where it's like, oh goodness, I have no idea what that is, but I'm just gonna butcher it and keep going. But yeah, I am on Making Monsters. The player's name is Darius. He is playing Luxon, who is a monster hunter, a la Van Helsing, right? His parents were killed by a ghast, which is an undead specter kind of ghost, and he has been a monster hunter since then. Yeah, that's true. That's true. With so many fantasy names and stuff. It is a custom system. This is my own system that I have created. It's called Percent Chance of Failure. It is all based off of rolling D100s, and it's a classless. There's no abilities. There's no set abilities. We go through and make your character, and then customize your abilities and stuff. So if you give me just 1 second here, let me first invite you to my server, my Discord server. I got it, Ro. Thank you though. If you come there, Spottable Mammal, you can do 2 weeks free with either me or any of the other professional game masters on the server. We run multiple systems and have multiple professional DMs. Uh, sorry, Ro. But we have D&D, Pathfinder, and a whole bunch of. We have ONU, which is the original system for the server. Hey, Spottable Mammal. So, already in an SPG game. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is all of these games are through text, so it's just check in as you have time. And it is super duper fun. That's what I'm going through right now and answering back to a bunch of my games. Um, Thank you, Harvey. I really appreciate that, man. Um, but yeah, that's what makes both the system and doing text games so great is that you can do it as you have time, right? If you got 10 minutes a day, that's all it takes. Uh, but yes, since you're in here, I will talk about the system a little bit and kind of show you some things. So this particular game, this is his character sheet. Let me jump to it here. So his character's name is Luxon. He is a human, which in my game you can be anything, up to including dragons and giants and vampires or werewolves or anything that you want to be. Um, but he picked human. Like I said, he is a monster hunter. In my game, I call them competency scores instead of ability scores. But he is very agile, so he's very quick and graceful. His charm is negligible, so he's not very good at interaction with other people. He's pretty intelligent, and then his strength, vitality, and wisdom are very high, just like his agility. But his abilities, monster knowledge, you are well versed in monster lore, abilities, ecology, and biology. You can roll an intelligence roll to know features about monsters as a free action. So he doesn't even have to use an action to do that. Alchemy, you can combine monster parts and ingredients in order to make salves, bombs, tinctures, and potions. These will have effects based upon the ingredients used, as decided by the Grand Poobah. So he hasn't actually killed any monsters. So he killed a demon, but he didn't end up doing this one. I have to remind him about it. He also has the skill "And My Sword." You are excuse me. You are proficient with and familiar in the use of swords, one-handed or two-handed. Wielding a sword, you gain 10% bonus to your to hit, as well as 10% bonus to damage. Now, to hit something I haven't used. I thought everybody was going to need an armor class. I need to just take that out of the game. I haven't used it. So, he has the ability Merchant Mind. Costs of values and items and ingredients preternaturally well. So, anything that he finds, he'll pretty much understand the cost of, and it's almost impossible to rip him off. Defending the world is one of his abilities. You've made it your life's purpose to rid the world of threats to humanity. When fighting vicious monsters, you gain 10% to agility, making him even faster. And then he has power attack. You give up some accuracy in order to do more damage. When using this ability, you roll at disadvantage. So the way advantage and disadvantage works in my game is um, advantage means the higher number goes to the 10 spot on a 100 roll, and disadvantage means the lower number goes to the 10 spot. But if he hits with that, he does 3 times normal damage, so he can pretty much one-shot something if he wants to. Yeah, exactly. You could be anything. Maybe you thought, yeah, bro, I'm thinking of taking that out of the game. I originally thought that you would need some kind of armor class, right? um, because some things are going to be harder to hit than others, right? But I've just made it all judgment calls based on the rolls, right? So to hit has not been something that I've used even one time. Uh, because sometimes people will have a 75 agility and they're only 4 feet tall. So I don't want things to have to roll a 71 or higher to hit you. It just didn't work out as intended. So I haven't used it. Um, I haven't used it hardly at all. Well, I haven't used it at all lately. So okay, so in his game, him and a party of adventurers are in this temple, and the temple is rumored to be where the very first lich was created. Um, and so this temple is it's like a giant conduit of power that is focused into this temple in order to create um, the power to fuel the ritual to create a lich. And Luxon heard about this through various readings and research that he had done. He came to this area and found out that there's a vampire that has taken up residence inside this temple. Um, and so he hired a group of adventurers, which is Morden and Mordris, which are in almost all of my games, and they are evil. And he doesn't know this yet, and they're probably going to turn on him at some point. It's going to be epic. We'll see how that goes. Um, so also Bartex, who Bartex exists in almost all of my worlds. He is the very first TTRPG character that I ever played. He was a wizard in D&D Second Edition that we ended up getting to a level 20, and I had so much fun with him. But this is a different iteration of Bartex. Grishnak, who was actually my younger brother's orc fighter in a game, and now I use him a lot as well. Um, and yeah, I think it's just those four, and then Luxon himself. So they are about to enter a new room in this temple. Yeah, Mordris, your love hate relationship with her. Yeah, Mordris is my favorite villain I have ever created. The only one that comes close is Shonuff, but Shonuff isn't actually my original creation, and that's kind of why I've stopped using him. But I want to make a character that is close to Shonuff as I originally used him. Shonuff from the movie The Last Dragon, which I have right here. This movie. And then here, let me see my video. That right there. That's Shonuff grabbing Bruce Leroy. Yeah, Grishnak is a throwaway character from J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna kill her, but also will avenge her. Well, you can't avenge her though, because that means Ruse won and killed Leora. Um, so I mean, you can. It would be awesome. It'd just be such a weird ending for that story. Uh, so we'll see how that goes, bro. It would be very interesting to see happen. I will assure you. Okay, so Luxon is getting ready to go into this room. Um, so guys, actually, let me leave it up to the chat. My original idea for this room is there's going to be like a huge statue to one of the death gods, probably Anubis. You think Ruse would let someone hurt their madame and get away with it? Well, like I said though, if Ruse avenges her, then that means Leora dies, right? I think Leora is going to end up having to kill um, Ruse and Mordris to have the super happy ending. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we will see how it goes. Uh, cast fireball. I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast fireball. Uh, so um, yeah, my original idea for this room is it's going to be this big empty chamber with a statue to probably Anubis or maybe the goddess Nyx. Nyx in my world is the darkness. She was one of the original. She was one of the two original beings. It was her, Nyx the darkness, and Pelor the light. Um, so yeah, I think that's what it'll be. It'll be a statue to Nyx. And I think as soon as people walk into the room, the door's gonna shut, and there's gonna be a series of undead that are let loose. I mean, Matthias keeps making Ruse feel feelings. You never know. They're pretty damn dedicated to her though, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Yeah, Ro, we'll see what happens. You know, it'll just be as the story unfolds. We'll see what happens. So, anybody in chat, what do you guys think? If you were in a temple where the very first lich was created, a temple specifically designed around this ritual, um, what do you think would be in like one of the opening rooms? Like the very first room was this giant spell that's a keeping spell that makes sure that this temple can't decay. This temple, unless somebody breaks the spell, this temple is essentially forever. Undead, undead. Yeah, there's gonna be undead. Um, but like, what do you guys think the style of this room should be? Like I said, I'm thinking that it's a big open room, and there's a giant statue to the goddess Nyx in the morning. And once, and I don't know if everybody will get into the room or not, right? So right now, Morden is kind of leading the way. Um, and then Frozen. What do you mean Frozen, Rubinsky? Do you want to build a snowman? Bones ever. Okay, I like that. I like that. Maybe the whole room, like there's this giant statue, and the whole room is just full of bones. And then some of the bones will like form themselves into these giant skeletons. Undead Frozen campaign. No, it's not Frozen. We're not building a snowman. Oh, ice spires and such. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, that's something I could do. Um, so let me see. How do I? Can I make a poll? What kitty is? Oh, hi, Kittle Cat. Do you want out of the room? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lock you in here. You're okay. I know you don't like me for whatever, Kittle. Go on. Bye, Kittle Cat. Oh, okay. I'm back. So Kappa, there are no levels in my game. Um, it is let's drink a cider drink. Oh wait, what was that from? Okay, apparently it was showing me a chat from a long time ago. Okay, so let me read through here. Maybe they're like the trick candles, but skelly form. You knock them down and they get up again. You never can keep them down. Like for when you have to bury the lich. Okay, so the central chamber will have the stuff to do with the lich itself. This is it's one of the ritual chambers that's gonna like um it's going to channel the power that powers the ritual. Um, so no, Ro, it wasn't Sir Mister. It was actually my girlfriend's cat Kittles. Um, she somehow got trapped in the room with me. She doesn't like me. If it was Sir Mister, he would have jumped up here and been bothering me. Um, but okay, I think we're gonna go with yeah. I have four cats. Um, I have Sir Mister, who you've seen, Kittles, who does not like me at all. Um, I will, bro. I will. Kittles doesn't like me though, so coming from me is not going to help you very much. Then we have Fluffy Cat, who's a big orange long hair cat, and then we have Baby Man's, also known as Wigglesby, who's all black with green eyes. Um, but the cat that loves me is Sir Mister. He's my cat. You got four cats. I got four rats. Okay, so yeah, I like the idea of a painting, dedicated to like the first lich. That's pretty cool. So we'll go with that. And then I think yeah, it's gonna be like this big statue of Nyx, who is this? It's gonna be an ebony statue because she's the darkness. And then like this whole chamber just full of bones. Um, I love that. I love everything that we got going on here. Okay, so the first lich's name was Karnak, um, which I'm pretty sure meant something in Latin, but I can't remember what it was now. Okay. All right, so Morden pushes open the door. You all gather behind him. Bartek's in the back. As the door opens, you hear. What's a good word to describe bones, bones everywhere, pentagram of blood? I think the pentagram of blood will probably be in like the main chamber, right? I love that idea, but I don't think that's going to be this room. But I need what does it sound like when bones hit together? Is it like a clacking? Um, as the door opens, you hear like clacking and scraping, clacking and scraping sound echoing in the vast space. See a huge open chamber with a large ebony statue of a woman in its center. As Morden takes a step forward. It's more of a dry rattle. A rattle. Rattle, I like. Rattle is good. You hear rattling and scraping sound echoing in the vast space. You see a huge open chamber with a large ebony statue of a woman at its center. As Mortar takes a step forward, you hear more scraping and rattling. covered in bones. Okay, I think I gotta kind of give him the chance to reply now and see if. All right, so yeah, Morden turns. Morden says over his shoulder. Got a bad feeling about this. Sure, we want to go into this room. There we go. Morden's got a bad feeling. You gotta shake, rattle, and roll. Who the fuck stole your bones? It was a Fae. Oh wait. Um, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, I'm on YouTube and not TikTok. That's why. One sec. One sec. I gotta find. It's one of my favorite TikToks of all times.
Is it large?
I'm large.
Ah, that's hysterical.
Okay, one sec here. Let me put my video capture or screen capture back on. Here we go, Ro.
I trade you your bones for this.
Okay. You can have number
Oh,
5.
wait.
He's just been laying around.
No. That was the wrong. Wait, that should have had a link to the original one, right? Yeah.
I trade you your bones for this.
Oh no.
You make trade?
Huh?
You make trade?
I like my bones.
No, you give me your bones. Your bones for this.
No, 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 I have access to the internet. I know this is a bad
Come
idea.
on.
No,
Please?
no.
Come on. Come on.
Oh man, so good. Ro. Oh god, I just imagine a horrifying someone who steals your bones. Your wet bones? I hate the idea of wet bones, yeah. I trade you your bones for this. No, you give me your bones. Oh, Jeanette has still not answered back in her game. Oh, all right, everybody. I think that's gonna be it for me for this stream. I'm starting to get pretty hungry, and I need to go check on my daughter who is homesick, which I did when I went and smoked earlier. So I don't want you guys to think I'm neglecting her. But what's that story of the little creatures who helped the guy spin silk into gold or something? But all they took were some bones. So that makes me think of the underpants gnomes from South Park, right? Step 2, step 3, profit. If you were to end up with a little fey creature stealing their bones from them, that would be me. The Fae are coming for you in real life now, Ro. That's the problem. You picked the wrong side. You picked the wrong side in your game, and now the Fae are coming. Yeah, everybody, I will see you sometime again soon. Um, for anybody that's in here, me and Ro and some of the other players are going to be streaming Tuesday. Yeah, you're right. You are playing both sides. But we will be streaming Tuesday, so tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we're going to be doing character creation for Rose Soldier Poet King game that I am going to be playing in. So it's gonna be awesome. Thank you, Ro. I'll make sure that she knows that you guys are all rooting for her and sending the good vibes. Um, so yeah, I will also. I don't know, Ro. Do you have? Um, I'm going to be the poet out of the Soldier Poet King. Yeah, this channel. Um, So yeah, Eastern Daylight Time, because apparently this is the last year that the United States is doing that. We're finally getting rid of daylight savings time, which is ridiculous. So I will be announcing that on my TikTok as well. I will also be streaming tomorrow, same time, so 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time to noon Eastern Daylight Time. So if you guys want to come check it in. Um, I don't. I think it's standard. I think we're gonna match with the rest of the world. So it makes way more sense that the whole daylight savings time thing. It was supposed to be for candle wax. You got another interview tomorrow at the same time. Jeez, bro, you're popular. Land one of these jobs. Let's do it. So all right, everybody, I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for you guys coming in and streaming. It's an absolute blast. I love getting with my players and having this going on. And I'm doing it again tomorrow. So